through dialogue.
If we could just talk it out.
That's what democracy is about.
And that's why we're here to state our intentions.
Yes, about the future.
About going forward. How is this going to work?
And of course, we apologise for anything that people before us may have done.
Or may not have done, we're not here to judge.
And to assure you from now on, going forward,
That things will be different.
Because we're in charge.
And if you trust us,
and if you put your future in our hands,
We'll take care of you.
going forward.
Who are you exactly?
Sorry?
who are you exactly?
That's all we have time for.
Oh, for crying out loud!
Thanks, time valuable.
It seems some of you weren't happy with the previous statement.
It seems some of you weren't happy with the previous statement and have done some very silly things.
Some very silly things indeed.
Some of you have smashed some things up.
Some of you have taken to the streets.
Which is silly. It's showing off.
What we need is constructive dialogue.
What we need is a time of healing to air our grievances.
Not just air them.
I'm talking about a sharing of stories, an empowering sharing of stories.
We'll get together, we'll share stories, we'll talk, and we'll cry.
What's important is that we keep talking.
That's right.
Because as long as we're talking, you don't notice we're not doing anything and everything's still the same.
And that was a joke.
Wasn't a joke.
That was a joke. Funny joke to lighten the mood.
It wasn't a joke.
I thought we could share some stories.
About the incident.
No. We've moved on from that. Let's not dwell on that. Let's not live in the past. I mean, positive stories.
Inspirational stories.
Inspirational stories you get at the theatre.
Exactly, of the kind you get at the theatre.
I saw a play once, which, well, I forget what it was about. But these people, they were doing things, but mainly talking. But these things that they were doing made them happy or sad.
Happy and sad at the same time is the most sophisticated form of theatre.
It is, yes. And then towards the end, someone gave the most terrific speech in which he, or was it a she? I can't remember.
Probably a he.
It's usually a he.
In which he basically said what life is like, and he spoke truth to the audience. And they sat and they listened while the actor playing the character, because it's not real. They're actors. They're not real. It's all made up. Anyway, it's all just pretend. He articulated the most profound truths about life.
They were profound.
They punctured our souls.
They did. My soul was punctured.
And there was even, get this, there was even a school trip. A school trip with the kind of kids, well, you don't like to stereotype or cast aspersions, but it's the kind of kids who will make you,
Nervous?
yeah, nervous. And you wish they didn't make you nervous, because you don't want to be the kind of person who gets nervous when kids go to the theatre.
Because it's good they go to the theatre.
Yes, it's good they go to the theatre.
It's morally improving.
They need the theatre. The kids, they need to know it's for them.
Because it's about life.
It's about empathy.
Empathy.
It's about putting yourself in someone's shoes and listening. Really fucking listening. And sorry for my language. I apologise for my language. I'm just getting really quite worked up by this. And sometimes I admit, I swear for emphasis, but I know some people don't like swearing.
But it happens.
It does happen. It's somehow more truthful when people swear. Somehow more truthful, isn't it? Because people do swear in real life. They do swear. Well, because some of us are actually very angry. Very angry indeed at the way that things are. And we don't feel listened to or understood. We just feel patronised and talked over. And even the people who tell us they're listening and they care, teachers, politicians, people in power, even writers who write for the theatre, they don't actually listen, do they? They tell you they do, but they don't. And because nothing ever changes. And sorry, what was I saying?
The play.
Yes, the play. The play with the uplifting speech about it contains so many truths. And it really made me think. It really made me think. And you know how you could tell?
Because the audience was quiet?
Because the audience was quiet.
Because we had achieved catharsis.
Which is a Greek word meaning. What does it mean?
It means everything is okay again.
That's right, because of the truths we heard.
Yes, because of the truth contained in the speech.
And what were the truths contained in the speech?
I don't think we need to go into that. I think my point is clear.
Time van.
Good news, we've found the individual responsible for the initial incident.
We have found them and we've asked them to explain themselves.
To Alan and to us.
To Alan.
Yes, we found Alan.
But I thought there was no Alan.
No, there is an Alan and we found him.
So, this is definitely Alan.
Of course. This is Alan. Why would we tell you it wasn't Alan if it wasn't Alan?
And you're sure you have the right person? The person responsible for the smears?
Yes, stop asking such silly questions.
And now this person will apologise to us and to Alan. Then we could draw a line under this whole sorry business.
This event will be live streamed.
Please use the hashtag.
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Like you mean it.
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 Sorry, I'm sorry.
Well, if you just said that in the first place, you'd have saved us so much bother.
That is not Alan.
Of course this is Alan. Are you, Alan?
And that is not the person who did it.
How would you know?
Because I did it. It was me.
Stop the show!
Stop the broadcast!
Cut the live feeds! Why did you smear shit and blood so Mr. Lawrence had to clean it up over his weekend?
I don't know. Why did you write eat my shit, Alan? Why did you write it?
I was upset.
What about?
Everything?
Can you be a little bit more specific?
I don't know. I just did it.
Was it your shit
Yes.
and your blood?
I had a nosebleed. I meant to write, eat my shit, all of you. But then I ran out of shit and blood. So I changed all of you to Alan, partly because of the running out of the shit and blood, but also because, well, it seemed a bit daft.
And you thought writing eat my shit, Alan would be less daft.
It seems less daft at the time.
But why did you want to write eat my shit, all of you?
I told you I was angry.
About what?
I trusted you. You broke my heart, and you dashed it into 1,000,000 pieces.
Have we met?
I trusted you with my future.
Sorry, this is quite awkward.
I was born into a world where I was told things would be okay, that there would be jobs and houses and I would be safe. I could grow up, go to uni, maybe better myself. I was told that I could travel. I was told to respect others and that they would respect me. I was told to sit up straight, say please and thank you, and I was told that everything I put into the world, I would get back. I was told that the world is fair, there's such thing as justice, and I was told to believe in the future. And it turns out these things aren't true. The world is not safe and not fair, and you don't get what you want in life by working hard. People tell you that, but that's not true either. And the more I think about it, the more I feel despair.
Don't feel despair.
I do! I feel despair.
Yeah, but don't feel despair.
People can't afford to eat. People are going out for an evening and not coming home to their mums at night. People don't feel safe to sleep in their own homes. People are scared and no one is doing a thing about it. None of you. You talk and you talk and you talk and you say all of this, but not one of those things makes a difference to me or to anyone. So who are you to tell me that you're dealing with this?
I'm sorry, but that's not my fault. I'm not responsible for this.
You don't care what I say. You don't listen. Well, you'll listen when I burn your house down, and you'll listen when I riot in the streets, and you'll listen when I make it so that you can't sleep in your beds at night. You'll listen then, won't you?
Well, these are very serious accusations you're making.
I have to say though, you're being very negative. Maybe some of these things are true.
Maybe there was some loss of life. Maybe some people did starve to death. Or die in their beds.
Or experience life-changing injuries.
But that's life.
And the thing we all have to remember is that we all have to be grown up about is that there's far worse places to live.
So it's actually all okay.
It's certainly no excuse for smearing shit on the walls, so nice Mr. Lawrence has to give up his weekend to clear it up.
We don't fire. That's not what we do. That's just silly and counterproductive. We believe in the power of talking.
We believe in dialogue.
And before you get carried away on this witch hunt, because that's what it is, a witch hunt, before you start accusing people, just think about the characters of those people.
Because these people you're branding monsters,
They have families.
They do. They have families and cherished pets.
Some of them, many of them, most of them in fact, are respected business people.
Government officials, teachers, vets, nurses. Some are even sports coaches, and some drive minibuses, take children from broken homes to play sports on a Saturday.
Some of them run the country.
Some of them may be former prime ministers, or even the current prime minister.
Or future prime ministers.
And we can't arrest them all, can we?
That's just silly.
Smearing shit and blood like a silly.
No one cares.
everyone has moved on.
Twitter has moved on.
Benedict Cumberbatch has moved on.
Lorraine has moved on.
Gary Lineker has moved on.
Piers Morgan is still tweeting, but no one pays him any mind.
So it didn't work, did it?
Still, it's good to talk though, isn't it?
In forums like these.
Because if we can't talk to each other and then to love and help and heal one another, what hope is there? We can't do that. Forgiveness is what makes us human.
How else can we grow? How else can we develop? How else can there be hope?
If we just focus on this.
Your apology for wasting all our time.
And can I just remind you, if you're tweeting or on Insta, please use the hashtag.
We wish to apologise for what you just heard.
We're concerned it may have been unsatisfactory.
We're concerned it may have left you angry and unfulfilled.
And that won't do.
So we have taken the decision to cancel the person responsible.
We've cancelled her.
What? Permanently?
Forever. We have cancelled her forever. She is now cancelled.
So she won't be troubling any of you again.
What? Cancelled?
Yes. Cancelled.
What? Cancelled?
No, gosh. Not cancelled. She's just gone to the place where cancelled people go.
And where is that?
Probably somewhere in the north, or Wales, or Scotland, or Basingstoke. Somewhere like that.
Somewhere away from us.
And any suggestion that we manufacture this entire incident to cover from something bigger, we refute that entirely.
Entirely. Time.
We can't pretend it's a one-off anymore.
This is endemic. It's not about a few rotten apples or one or two bad eggs. It's systemic.
We need to own this.
That's why it's time. It can't be about the individual. We all need to accept corporate responsibility. And we need to put things right together.
Accordingly, the head of our organisation has decided to take full responsibility and will shortly be making a statement. Obviously, when I say the full head, I don't mean the actual head.
This isn't possible. He's far too busy.
A member of staff will now read out a statement on behalf of the head, taking full responsibility for all of the incidents.
It was not me. What I did was not me. I am not the person who did those things. That is not in fact my behaviour. My behaviour at the time no way reflects who I am.
I take full ownership of my behaviour, while at the same time wishing to reassure you that my behaviour was not in fact my own. It was someone else's behaviour, and even though that behaviour is not mine, it does in fact belong to the old me, and me that no longer exists. I take full ownership of that behaviour, and of course any and all future behaviours that may result.
Are you happy? Are you satisfied?
We hope you're not left feeling uneasy, unsure, or excluded from the process.
I say thank you very much to everyone for coming. It's really kind of you.
Thank you very much. Really good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was good, Rachel. Really good. They did very well. It must be a very hard one to do. Yes, very, very hard. It's just dial. It's fast, and it's got to be fast, otherwise it would be awful.
Yeah.
No,
They've come on a lot.
over the years. You can see that, can't you? Yes, it's a very easy to do. Yeah, it was very good. Very good. Yeah, I know. It's maybe our last answer.
Yeah, I could go next week.
On the Thursday night, Crimson Village Hall, do pop along.
Next time, yeah, all right. Oh, they were fab. Tim. They were brilliant. It was so funny.
Listen. Listen.
It was I don't know.
Haven't you done?
I don't see her.
Since she did Snow Loose.
But even then, from the last time I saw her do, she was. I mean, it was really funny. She was actually really dead on.
Her confidence has come on so much.
Bro, really well done. Well done. know.
It was fun, wasn't it?
It was lovely.
It was so lovely.
It was good. They did well.
Really well. I think it's easy. It's so fast, isn't it?
I know, it's
Very good.
very good. The first performance as well.
Yeah. I think they're feeling so funny at the moment to keep focused on something like this. It's quite hard, isn't it, to do it?
To do the straight face.
Yeah.
And also, time.
I'm not, I just want to help James out, so we used to have youth theatre when I was younger, so I like to get involved with this and that. What about you? Are you?
A friend of Sam's.
Sam's, yeah.
It's I did a long time. I used to be, when I was his age, I was involved with drama in the university, student drama.
You stop it, so you don't always carry on once you get past that stage, do you?
I wanted to carry on after I left university, but it never fitted in.
That's just what I
was
found.
working, it was never time. I started in Bristol and found it, but I just had to pull out of production very early on and I never really decided to go back.
I know exactly what you mean. I've just been actually phoned up with Derngate because they do adult drama classes and I thought that would be quite good fun to do, but then it took until summer, she said, so. But it's just, I teach, so it's easy to get a few parents' evenings and things in the so you don't make rehearsals and then people get cross with you, so it's harder.
I've gone on to the other side, just having a good audience.
So that's what you need that as well, don't you?
They can't exist without audiences.
No. No.
I spent far too much money on thesis.
Do you do the special discount ones if you just go down and try the
I'll take a discount going.
Prices, I say that, it's like talking 50, 60, 70 pounds now for tickets.
Please, these things that the cost of tickets to the national are, they're not really so West End based.
Yeah. And I think they do the rush ones as well, don't they? You can get the Friday leftover tickets.
Do those and do the wrap up. That's because everything is mathematics.
Yeah. Do you go to the RSC a lot as well?
Well, I've not this last year, no, but I have in the past, yes. But the only RSC thing I've seen this year was the Asiatic Department which was very good indeed.
I saw it, very good.
Yeah, I really actually, it was, I think I've been strict since I was a teenager. And for the first time, actually, I've seen Asiatic, I think at least two or three times. It was the first time actually I've actually understand it.
Close.
It's so good. I think probably female Japanese.
It came so fast. Yeah. It's actually, I think it was one of the ones. I haven't, James and I have said before, we haven't looked at all of the ones that they've done. They've done the twists with the gender and things, but I think that will work quite well.
That I did, yeah, I've really some. I also thought there was